everything else as far as the number of people retiring or quitting in that staff. And you can't get things done without a good team. And you came up with something called the recruiting blitz.
We did, and I appreciate the governor and the powers that be for giving us a new pay scale, which it really helped. But we've actually hired 459 correctional officers. We lost 92, so we have a net gain of 367. Mm-hmm. And you add the 87 probation and parole people that we hired in the same blitz, which makes a total hired of 546. So that's significant. Yeah. And really is helping us change the culture of the prison. The problem is keeping them, and the problem is training middle management, to manage them well and so they don't leave.
Well, let's talk about that, because for people who don't know and may be listening out there looking for a job, some of the things you did to raise the salary, especially in the adult area as far as Parchment is concerned.
Right, and one thing is we removed, not because of the Delta, but because of just it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. A lot of people just, would drop out of school in years gone by to work because times were hard, and so they never did get their high school diploma. Then you get too old to really want to go back and do that, so we dropped the high school diploma and can hire you with that at a little over $30,300 a year, and if you had related benefits, that's about $40,000. That made a difference. Then we have the college degree, which is $33,000, and then just a regular degree with experience, high school diploma, $32,000. So the pay is significantly better, and so therefore that's why we've hired this many people. Now the challenge is to keep them.
Yeah,
that's what we're really working on.
Have you seen that? Any of those new hires quit already?
I have seen some. We've lost about 92, like I say, but the reason is we interview you today and hire you tomorrow, so we're not vetting them. Yep. So what happens is then during the training period, we go ahead and run the background checks and vet them and so forth, and we can't hire people with felonies, so we pick up some of that, and that's what knocks some of them off, the 92. So, but anyway, we want to get the hook in your mouth. We want to set the hook quick.
What are you going to do as far as when medical marijuana rolls in? How are you going to justify that? Can they be on medical marijuana as far as a card's concerned? Or do you know yet?
I don't know, but if you're on medical marijuana, I wouldn't penalize you because, sometimes that's good, like Parkinson's disease and things like that. It helps. So
I guess what I'm asking is, you're in the same case of most people in state government. We just don't know yet.
We just don't know yet.
What the rules and regulations are going to be. And it's kind of hard to marching forward. And I would imagine if anybody is planning on maybe, going to the doctor and doing this, they're a little bit reticent about going through the process to get a job.
Well, the problem is if it's legal, then you can't really make it illegal.
Yeah.
Because you really have to let them have the job within reason. So just be sure it's medical and not the other kind.
It is a conundrum is basically what it is. One of the things you did was institute an environment within the prison population that understood you meant what you said you were going to do, and as far as providing them with more amenities, but they had to earn them. And I think that was number one was cigarettes and some other things too. But and we want to talk about that one.
Well, the cigarettes were a bonanza for us as far as income because the cigarettes were on the black market, and it was thriving in the prison through the gangs, which we really worked hard to bust that up.
Yeah.
But when we took over the cigarettes and started the sales, we selling right at $100,000 worth of tobacco a week, and that's netting us about $25,000 a week profit. And that's what we're going to use to build the churches and raise the funds to do that. And so the churches are coming a little bit slower than I like. But we have more bureaucracy than I thought. And so we'll get through that, though, and I'm really hoping now to have them up and by Christmas.
Yeah. You said bureaucracy. What's the stumbling block on that?
Well, it's just the rules, and the rules are good because they want to be sure that you build a quality building and not something that's going to fall on your head. And in doing that, then you have to just follow through that. Now, they shortened the process this year. And so for a smaller, cheaper building, you can get by maybe a little faster. Mm-hmm. But still, we were trying to do it ourselves. And excuse me.
Is there going to be a name of that church?
We're going to name a church maybe after, or put a name on there after maybe the donor who helped us to build that church. So we're going to just see.
That's good. That's good. So right now, you're anticipating maybe by the end of the year something could happen? That would be open?
Yeah, I have to have them. We just have to have them. We have these pastors, these inmate pastors that we're graduating through the seminary, and even the women as well. Those seminaries are really working and running fast. So we have 47 students in the one at Parchment and 29 students at the women's prison. I mean, at CMCF for the women. So they're doing well, and we're linking up with Ruth Graham to start a program teaching forgiveness.
Yeah.
Right.
Now she's going to be coming here, or she's going to do that on Zoom?
She's going to do that on Zoom, because we're not only going to link up, we're going to link up the women as well as the men at Parchment, as well as a group of men in West Virginia.
That's Billy Graham's daughter, by the way, Ruth Graham.
That's right. Yeah. That's his oldest daughter. And so she's written a book on forgiveness, and Lord knows we need to know that and be able to forgive. And so that's what we're going to focus on with these prisoners, is forgiveness. But a lot of it is forgiving yourself for what you've done, you know.
You, since day one when we had the first interview, you've woven this fabric of faith throughout your whole mission that you're going to do. Where did that come from in your life? Because you've been doing this for a long time. Where did that come from in Burl Cain's life?
The most profound thing was the first execution, and I really grasped that we didn't do a good job, because one of the people I did execute had been in prison with us before, and had we done a good job, then he wouldn't maybe have put that person in the grave. Yeah. And so then you really realize your failure, and you realize too that moral people don't steal your lawnmower. So the whole key to the whole thing in rehabilitation is morality. And therefore, where do you find morality quicker? You find it in religion, and you don't really care what religion, you just want it in religion. And that way you get by the ACLU and all those folks.
It was a life-changing event for you.
Oh, yeah.
How many executions have you conducted?
7.
7.